Hello everyone, my name is Vicky Styles and today I'm going to be talking about the just released Creed 3. Now I'm going to be talking about how this movie made an impact in terms of the plot, the characters, the themes and a whole lot other things that I will be talking about in this video. So just stick to the end of the video and you will get to know everything you want about this movie. Now, Creed 3 is the third installment of the entire Creed franchise. Now, this movie focuses on the character, the titular character, Adonis Creed, and this time he faces a foe that isn't you know, too much of a stranger to him. Now, the movie he was directed by Michael B. Jordan himself, while he stars as the main character again, and this time he works alongside the villain from Quantumania, which is Jonathan Majors. Now, after a successful run of about $300 million worldwide in box office, the movie has finally been released digitally, and now I want to make a review of this one. You must have heard this via spoilers and rumors, but the main idea of this movie is that Adonis Creed has retired from professional boxing after winning so many world titles and breaking so many records in the boxing world. He finally retires, tries to settle in and work differently with new boxers of this generation and his own family. Now, here's one thing: while trying to settle in, he runs into this old time friend who got imprisoned many years ago. And this friend, Damian Anderson, wants to live the dream that the both of them had while they were teenagers or young adults. So while Adonis tries to, promote Damian despite everybody's warnings, unfortunately, Damien one day shows off his true colors in a match against Chavez. So that's basically the movie. You'll need to watch it by yourself in order to get to understand how the whole thing plays out, and you'll need to watch it by yourself to know how it all ends. Some of the themes of this movie include friendship, betrayal, envy, and vengeance. You'll get to understand this as you proceed in the movie. Some of the characters of this movie include Adonis himself, who is now retired as opposed to the other movies before now. And while trying to retire, he meets his friend, he tries to help his friend, but he does not know that this friend of his has interior motives, and as time goes on he realizes this and he tries to make everything right in the end. The second character I'll talk about is Damien. This character, played by Majors, is a long-time friend of Adonis who got imprisoned because of a fight that Adonis got into when they were younger. Now, over the years, he has watched Adonis become successful in the boxing world, and now he has come for a kind of revenge or vengeance or comeback story, whatever you want to call it. And well, even though he wants to be successful by any means necessary, he doesn't do it in a friendly way or in the right way. He doesn't want to follow procedures. He just wants to be world champion at all costs. The third character being Bianca, which is Adonis' wife. Now she, as it stands now, is finding it difficult to get her husband to open up his feelings about whatever he might be going through in work or in his personal space as a whole. The fourth character I will talk about is Chavez. And Chavez is a boxer and world champion who wants to get this big money match against his opponent, but unfortunately his opponent gets injured, so now he has to, focus on a fight against Damien. Unfortunately, this match does not go well for him, so he loses the title, and afterwards, I don't really know what happens to him, in the course of the movie. But well, that's all I can say for him. Before we continue this video, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment and share. Be sure to put it out to your friends so that they too can have knowledge of what this movie is about and what this channel is about as well. And also, if you make a comment on this video, I will put it out in my next video. And in order for you to get notifications from YouTube anytime I upload a new video to this channel, just click the bell button beside the subscribe button. I don't know how it will look like on your phone, but I know that there's always a bell beside the subscribe button, so just click the both of them and get ready to experience a fun time on this channel. In a way, this movie reminds me of Fast and Furious 9, as it made sure that Damien was properly introduced into the movie before we started talking about why he came back and what he wanted to do with Adonis in the first place. Just like Fast and Furious 9, they tried to introduce where this person was coming from and why this person was acting the way he was acting. So that's just a good thing about these types of movies. They show you who this person is and why this person is acting this way. Now, although the cinematography was okay, the picture quality was okay, but one thing I loved especially about this movie was the performance from the actors, especially that of Jonathan. Jonathan, from what I understand, was not just performing per se, like he was just doing his normal job as an actor. I think he was using his performance to try and explain why Damien acted the way he did, and once you watch the movie, you'll definitely understand the frustration that Damien was going through and why he didn't even want to go through any kind of procedure in order to become world champion. Aside that, the fight scenes of this movie and the fight sequence, they were also very very much typical of any boxing or UFC movie or stuff like that. But this case, you had a little bit of vibe in every training session, every fight sequence, and a lot of VFX as well. One thing I also loved about this movie was that the soundtracks they used, although they were mostly hip hop, in the hip hop genre, but you have to give them credit for carefully selecting or choosing artists to work on those songs. It was really nice having a good background song for every training sequence or fight sequence that happened in this kind of movie. In short, I am describing this movie as the redemption story come true of Adonis Creed. And you won't blame me for, describing it this way, because, well, of course he wanted to come out of retirement. Of course he still had a lot of boxing flair in him, but he just didn't know who to put it out on until he discovered that he had a reason to go back into boxing. So that's the reason why I'm describing this movie as that. My rating for the movie is a 9.6, as I think the movie would have been better told than it was. I think the movie would have been longer and would have had a better storytelling than it did. If you really want to enjoy this movie, I would advise you to use some kind of speakers to amplify the sound of the movie. But aside that, well, you can watch this movie with your entire family and you have no cause to worry at all. That's my review and that's my take on the movie. If you want to watch more videos from this channel, please check the description below, and if you want to follow me anywhere necessary, also check the description below. All my videos and my social links are linked in the description, so you can just choose the one suitable for you. And please subscribe to this channel, share this video with your friends, and make a comment so that I can put it out in my next video, just like I'm doing with this guy who appreciates my last video. And well, I do appreciate his his response to my video. Now if you make a comment on this channel, I will put it out in my next video and we can start some kind of friendship from there. Thank you for watching this video, and until my next video, stay safe.